Alright, I apologize. We just got started on the video and already the battery died on me. And I am so sorry. I apologize for that. I am really having some issues with that battery not charging the way it should. I want to get my pencil here. Alright, we were working on the head here. And let me get where we were working on the head here, and we were getting the head down, and we're gonna kind of round that off a little bit. I'm sorry, this weather down here has been just it's been unbelievable hot, just hot, and so we've had a lot of colds and problems like that, in other words. Okay, now we've got the head down. Now I want to work on the hands a little bit, because the hands really come down a lot. The arms is what I'm talking about. I said hands, but it's the arms. We want to come. Now this ends up to be pretty thin. Probably by the time it ends up, it's going to be 3/4 or less. Alright, see what we're doing? These hands are going to come way, way down. These arms, I mean. I left a little room for the hands to be there. Okay. See, sort of brought the hands down there, and what we're going to do also is let's go ahead and we're going to bring this down also. The body. So we're bringing this down. The whole piece. And then we'll start kind of you'll have to excuse my I have asthma. And sometimes I okay. Now this head's got to come down some more too. This whole situation here has to be rounded off. Come down in here. I got to give him a little neck. Come. Now, remember, this was an 1.25 inches to start off with, and we'll probably end up with it being around 3/4 by the time, because we have to work this down. And I think at this time we're going to start kind of working and redrawing and working the actual body down. All right. Now, what this happens is this comes along here where the legs are down, and it comes up from the thing, and it comes up back in here. So let's go ahead and cut into here. Where this is our knees. There it goes. Just have to turn that knife around a little bit. See where this is going to kind of be our knees here, and then it comes from here and comes all the way back up into this area here. And you want to cut on the outside of it like this. See? See what we're talking about here? See how it comes down and through there. Let's do the same thing on the other side. It comes down here and makes our knee. And we want to cut into here. And cut into here. Make our back legs, and then we want to come from here all the way up and going back into here, just like that, just sort of back into there. Okay, and we cut that, we come up like this, and we come on the outside here, not on the inside but on the outside, and we make our little things here. Okay, well, we have our knee, of course, in here. Okay, So we're slowly bringing this piece down the way we want it. And this front and this back will also have we will come up through here. I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here. And cut on both sides. Just like that. Alright, now we'll go after the hands in a little while, but we want to get this down so that we can kind of get the body, and we want to do the same thing back here. We want to draw a center line, and we want to cut it. Now you can also do this with a V-tool. You can come in there and use your V-tool. There we go. See, like that. Okay. Of course, this will all have to be a lot thinner. But we don't want to come up here. We want our hands to come around in here. And there's a little place we go. But we'll get to that in a little while. We want to get all this other stuff down first so that we can get this out. And already you're starting to see now what it looks like. Now we also want to make a thing there. Where we come up underneath here as well and just draw a line. Okay, so we want to bring this down here. We want to bring this down into here because we want this back end to get rounded off. See, now we're starting to kind of have an idea of what we want. Now we want to bring this down also because this is too thick. It's got to come down, which also means all this has got to come down. Now, you're going to be getting into some areas now that are kind of thin. These areas back here, they're a little bit thin. So we want to be very careful not to get too rambunctious and get too messed up, okay? We want to give a little thing to our knees here. And we want to just kind of bring those arms down here where it comes up and fixes with this. Okay? All right. Now, let's come back here. Let's bring this down a little bit. We want to be careful. See, I've got my hand against this so I don't break it. Just like that. We want to bring that down. And we want to come in between those legs a little bit. Just enough to show. And we're going to thin those up is what we're going to do. Just like this. There we go. See that? We're going to thin those areas up right in there. See that? And we're going to, now be careful. Don't get rambunctious when you start these areas because they are thin. They're thin and then we don't want to, see it? See how it looks? That's the way it's supposed to look. And let me come in with this area once again. I'm just going to kind of come in here, take a little bit out, like that. Okay, now our behind or our back already is beginning to take shape because you want it to have that round look, and that's what it's got. It's got that round. Let me get that saw marks off there. You want it to have that round look like that. Okay? Now the head has got to come down even more. It's got to be rounded off quite a bit. And we want it to come up like this. Because the head comes up and it gives it the, there it is, through there. And we get that round look to it that we're looking for. Just like that. Sort of like that. Now what we want to do, try to do in here is bring this back a little bit in here and give him a neck. Okay, we want to sort of cut into here and then cut here, sort of give him a little bit of a neck is what we're wanting. There it is. Just kind of bring that up. Now, we want to bring this all the way up in here on the center point. I'm going to get my, I think my time's about up. I want to get my V-tool and we're going to work some things out. This is going to have to come down even more. These hands and arms, I mean. They're going to have to come down even more. But slowly but surely, look at that. We're working out our piece here the way we want it. Okay? All right, we'll be back.